Rebellions are built on frustration. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a Grand Arena story. We're in the second match of this 3v3 season. We lost a really sad one last time, folks. My opponent was the most efficient anyone has ever been on me. Hopefully we can bounce back today, facing another efficiency match. Surprise, surprise, it's threes, and that's all we get to face. So, here's the situation. Facing someone named LordJedi. We faced him last 5v5 season, actually. Almost exactly 2 weeks ago, in fact. Lower GP than me, from a guild. Not an American guild, obviously, not someone. My guess is that he doesn't, well, that they don't speak English as their first language, which, I don't know. I don't know why I assume that. Who knows, guys? Who knows, and who actually cares, even a little bit. So last time I have a pretty big advantage in mods and relics, and I even have a big advantage in datacrons, which is pretty fancy. I placed a tougher defense because my opponent likes to go really, really light on defense. That includes in 3v3, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna put 3 GLs down. That includes Starkiller. I've been calling him a GL lately, just because I don't know what else you call him, frankly. You guys can look at this defense, obviously, but nothing too crazy. I think I did put 2 random level 1 datacrons on some squads that weren't actually there, just to make it easier to format, guys. I think, like, the Newt team has one that doesn't technically have one, that I didn't place on him, and one other squad in the top one. But then we do have the Jedi Master Luke team that calls the assists. I put Grandmaster Yoda there so that he's constantly hitting and assisting, and then he has riposte, so he's able to hit under health. Like, it's a pretty nasty team. And then we have the high damage Rey squad, so it's gonna be interesting, guys. My opponent placed, very much surprised me, placed a Jedi Master Kenobi team down with, all those Relic 8s there, man. Like, I don't even have Relic 8 on Cat. I probably should, but I don't yet. And then a level 8 Kron on that Qui-Gon team is pretty scary. The stun Kron, I think it's a stun Kron on the General Skywalker team. A lot of scary stuff, guys. That Rex team, the BAM team with Nest, it's all in the front. We got to take it out before we get to the next zone. And then, of course, there's a Darth Revan team that is in the thumbnail. You guys will get to see that fight in all of its interesting parts. And yeah, well, you guys can see for yourselves. I don't need to spell it out for you, but this is a little less threatening than my last opponent, who had clearly invested quite a bit of resources, including his own money, on a lot of datacrons, which is fine. But it looks a little different, if you can imagine. I'm sure that you can. So before we jump into the fighting, guys, please, just want to remind you guys, you guys and gals, if you want to support the channel for free, all you have to do, hit that like button, subscribe, everything. Help me mount the algorithm, guys. We are slowly plotting our way to some unknown destination, but it's awesome having you guys along for the ride, you guys and gals, dear Lord, and dear Lord, apparently. So everyone is along for the ride, and I love it. I really appreciate all the support, guys. Now let's get to the fighting. Whoa, madness. Okay. I didn't do the transition. My bad, guys. Make sure my mic is on. All right. It is indeed. So we're gonna start with the clinch, guys and gals, people. We're gonna start with the clinch. Bam Han Chu against this build of General Skywalker can work sometimes. I don't even think I put a datacron on myself, but Bam keeps us alive and everything. So I don't know if I would try this if there's a level, if there's relic 9 on Anakin here, but okay, I was trying to figure out what do I want to do here. I go in the poop stance, and if that happens, then Chewie will actually just assist and probably sit him down. That's what I decided to do. Unfortunately, we did not hit Echo back. So, okay, watch this. So the Whistling Birds actually, if they kill Echo, they'll go into Skywalker next. And sometimes that's enough to just drop him. We didn't quite get enough to drop him, but the hope, of course, is that we would be able to eventually. Skywalker chose poorly in who he was going to hit, and we did drop, what, that's 5 banners? Not great. But my opponent already dropped a few. I'll show you guys the final results at the end. But, yeah, so this is, welcome to the sketch, guys. We've done this for a few seasons now, and they keep making this comp a little bit tougher to beat, especially because he's got a level 9 Kron. I don't know if we have one on us or not. Probably not. But, I mean, they pop their ult. Let's see, the level 9 is the one where Kenobi doesn't take as much damage, so it's probably the least of all the Krons, but, you know, what we really need to do, we need to get into our ult as fast as we can, so we have one opportunity. Like, we really could use, something, guys. We need somewhere to run away into, if we have, like, require that opportunity. So, alright, they killed Daka once, maybe twice, I don't remember. They eventually do kill her twice, so there is that. They haven't really been targeting Kylo that much, which is nice, I suppose. But as long as they're not targeting him, I'm like, man, can he live? Can he survive one more barrage from them? Probably. Just want to get my big ult if possible. So Kenobi's gone. One of the Kenobis is gone. The weaker version. Alright, now we're going to play with our food a little bit and do the AoE here. Build our mastery just a little before we pop the ult. And as you can see, it's a stun Kron as well. So old Doc is just stunned. Which is why, I mean, but like no off metas work against this, because he just kills everyone. And he stuns everyone. It's pure madness. And I should have just done the double basic there, I think. What am I trying to do? So I was trying to pinch banners and get old Daka a heal, I think is what I was trying to do. And clearly it isn't working out, and Zombie's about to die now. And I was like, okay, let's just finish it. Dropped another 6 banners. So between my first 2 fights, I dropped 11 total banners. Now, here's one that's interesting. It's Rex lead, I think. I think it's Rex lead, yeah. So I was trying to decide what do we want to do here. Because Dark doesn't do crits, which means Rex isn't gaining a bunch of bonus turn meter. So I decided to kill Rex first, and then make him into Super Rex, but then we can just punch Super Rex in the face, and he doesn't have the armor that Fives has. So, I mean, in general, that's better. How many did we drop there? Is that another 5? Another 6? A lot of banners, guys. Okay, so we've got Sith Eternal here, and this, a lot of people tell me this is so easy because you can just kill you just kill all of them. No problem. No problem. And here's the thing, you have buff immunity, so you can't get retribution. You have healing immunity, so you can't heal. You can even heal your protection, and it can get dicey, especially in 5v5. But 3v3, I mean, my guess is that this is close to 100% win rate. I've seen it fail, though. You get the armor shred. If it goes on too long, it's just a huge fiasco. Like, these guys are only Relic 7. Relic 8 versions, against a poorly modded Sith Eternal, it could be a problem. I decided to go for the full banners here, guys. Instead of popping the ult and just winning, decided to see if we could do it. Let's just see it. Can we get the full banners? Indeed we can. Got the 59 there. So it's 2 matches in a row that he's got 59. Doesn't need his ult, guys. not in 3s at least. Not every time. Okay. We've got Traya here, and so alright, this is only gonna work for you guys if your Traya has decent relic levels. Your Traya and company, especially Nihilus. Like, you really don't want him to kill Nihilus. I think we have a fairly scary moment here in just a minute. In fact, I think think Nihilus just about gets annihilated. We'll have to see. Alright, so I'm trying to trigger the birds right now so they don't get more. Yeah, because look at how close Nihilus is, guys. It's in the yellow already, dear lord. Alright, they got damage immunity. Look at that, we're in the red now. And if he goes, we're probably not clearing this with Traya. Of course people like to target Nihilus. And of course he's the one that's Relic 6. The other two are Relic 7. So, yeah, we're in the deep red. I put the isolate on Nest so that she wouldn't be able to hit me back. I'm unsportsmanly like that. So, alright. We just got to take out Bam with Annihilate as soon as we can, which is right now. There we go. Consider thyself annihilated, sir. Now, this is a cool trick. You put the isolate onto Sign of Jingo here, and because you can see me, I'm showing the stream here with the mouse. He has Hunter's Resolve, which means he gets to revive, but when he's isolated, he doesn't. It negates some part of the mechanics, and we're able to just take him out. So, gosh, another Traya just does so much damage sometimes. She just really ramps up, and it cost us banners. She was like, you know what, Xaereth, you're not an efficiency player. Stop pretending like you're an efficiency player. So my opponent surprised me by a lot by putting another Galactic Legend down. And yeah, ultimate charge, fast ultimate charge. So I did have Jedi Master Kenobi here. I didn't really know how to do it. I took Mace. What I would have preferred to take Jedi or General Kenobi, which I later discovered that he actually was available. So that was a pretty big blunder on my end. But I do like Mace because he lets you target Hoda quite a bit because he dispels all stealth whenever it's his turn, which is something I totally missed the first time I was reading the kit. Okay, so she's fast ult, and I'm like, okay, we can just absorb the first ult. We'll just get to our big ult here as soon as we can. With side trips to smite old Hoda here whenever we can, however we can. Okay, that's what we needed. We needed to get her into damage immunity. Gosh, why am I not hitting Rey right now? What are you guys doing? I don't get it. Why aren't we hitting Rey? Thought we'd hit some Hoda for a minute. I'm not really sure, guys. This is in the morning, of course. It was pretty groggy. I guess we could just use that as an excuse, huh? Alright, come on, Rey. Go ahead and take a turn, please. Alright, there's her hit. Oh, there goes Kenobi. Or Mace. Which isn't great. And then there goes Cat, and I got lucky. She was in the red. Kenobi could just go finish her off, because if she got healed a little bit, we'd be in trouble. We got through it, though. Thank goodness. Barely one shot. We dropped another 7 banners there, so not the most efficient ever. But now we're in a position where we can be pretty efficient, and we're going to take Wampa against this Iden team. You guys have seen this a lot of times, I suppose. For me, it still never gets old, though. Wampa just destroys people. Pretty soon we're going to start seeing some pretty interesting counters, I think you'll like them at least, guys. It just takes a while to get through their initial bravado here. You know, they're not super high relic or anything. Relic 3 on the Shore Trooper isn't much, but it still takes a while to get through him because we can't crit him. And then, of course, he has his revive and everything. You know, it just takes a while. You ramp up your damage. Blah, 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 blah. You guys know how this works. We've been doing this for a little while now. It was a lot of fun. I need to invest in getting Fulcrum here pretty soon. She's a lot of fun as well. She's the Territory Battle Wampa. Territory War Wampa, I should say. Oh, look at that. Iden Versio. It's actually ate a poison. You know, she had a capsule hidden in her mouth for poison, and she just, I don't know, it's pretty grim, guys. It's pretty late. I need to get some sleep, so I'm saying all sorts of weird stuff. Alright, you guys have seen me do this before. Dash and Landino, and Qi'ra is kind of the bridge. You can take out a Fin Poe team fairly easily, do a 200k damage hit to Poe, and man, we gotta trigger that stagger on this dude. Did a 30k damage, which seems pretty pedestrian compared to his 200k, but 30k is still fine for basic from Landino. Alright guys, so this one, okay, let me pause it for 1 second. Now, we had to do some math. I do have the level 9 Cron on Mothra, so that's something that's vital. You need to keep that in mind. I have a level 9 Cron on her, which lets us promote Commander, or promote Worthless Guy to Commander immediately. So she takes bonus turn after bonus turn, calling people to assist, doing 45% of their normal damage instead of like whatever their 10% is, or 15, something like that. So doing a lot more damage. And then keep in mind, you can't target Mothra with anyone. So when Darth Revan does his fear move, he'll be able to fear Mothra, but she won't. First off, she won't get Death Mark at any point because that's a taunting effect. And in addition to that, she also is getting. She also, because you can't target her, you can't fear the entire team. So let's summon Worthless Guy here. Call everyone to assist and take out Basti. There we go. And Kyle Katarn does a lot of damage. Now we can't actually assist on Darth Revan. That's part of his kit. So, yeah, there he feared Mothra and Katarn. Senior Katarn here. Remember those 10 stacks, those 11 stacks. Like, that means they have no defense whatsoever. Alright, we got feared again. Just took him out, guys. I don't know. I had a good hard laugh. Like that. I laughed like that. So, alright. What's next here? Just gonna wait for a little bit, Xaereth. What you doing, bud? Hold on, guys. Alright. Hold on. You guys probably want to see the opening barrage. My bad. Let's go. Alright, we've got Huck's team here. We can evaporate that poor BB-8. And now the question is, can we take out Rey before she gets... whatever, smoked? We can't, unfortunately. Okay, can we do the AoE and just take them out and get max banners? Looks like pretty close. Some close version to that. Did she miss me? Oh, I had foresight. That was what was up. Okay, 57. Cool. Okay, so we're going to do the live portion of this. It's not a very long video, actually, but Iden versus CLS. CLS has an okay Cron, but it's not like a level 9 or anything. Though he has Relic 8, so you know, and he's very, very fast. I think he's 320 speed or something with the crit damage set, which he should have an offense set, but crit damage is still scary. And yeah, you guys can see what's going to happen. I wasn't sure how this would unfold. I think they start with damage immunity as well. They didn't start with the turn meter thing. So for whatever that's worth, guys, check it out. Have fun. Enjoy the live segment while you can. Probably just shoot 3PO till he's dead, or Chewpio, whatever his name is. I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. I've seen it work, but I don't know this dispels, right? Dispel all buffs, yeah. Cool. Oh, and Luke just used all of his healing immunity, so that's cool of him, I suppose. Okay, let's get rid of all of our debuffs. That was useful. Alright, get rid of all the buffs here. I can taunt, I suppose. Wow. CLS is like, could you just delete me, please? I'm like, yeah, that'd be fine. I find your terms acceptable. Okay, so she missed, but we got the stun here. Wow. Okay, so don't put this squad on defense then, I guess. If Iden can just delete you like that. That was kind of embarrassing, if I'm being honest. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. That was ridiculous. Jeez. Alright, folks, so we took him out unexpectedly. Not too many teams left. We took out that Ray team, which is the scariest one. And yeah, we still have this plus potentially ships. So we're gonna use once again, we're using the old Ben Kron, but he's only relic 5. So he's not able to do as many fancy things. I decided to do a basic here just to get rid of the frenzy on Bossk. I knew that his taunt, I even told the stream, I was like, I know his taunt, it's not going away, but I want the frenzy gone. So basic dispel with Luke, and you know, just trying to take out this team. It's a scary team, scary-ish, but I don't know, the Bossk seems like he folded pretty quick, actually. I mean, Jedi Luke does extra damage against tanks, so I guess I'm not too surprised. But alright, 57. Good enough. We're starting to be a little more efficient here, guys. Got through that zone. Apparently we're not looking at ships here. We're looking at Datacron stuff. So we've got Lord Vader, and I decided, let's just see. I think that we can end this with a 57. I was fairly sure, but I wanted to see what it would be like if we took the full squad here. And we can afford to use Maul with the squad as well. So Maul just kills everyone. Maul kills them all, as you might imagine. So moving right along here. I'm taking Padme with Echo, because Echo can then use a stun cron. We're using the Aayla stun cron, so whenever she does stealth, guys, or sorry, whenever she hits stun, she gets a bonus turn. So even when she gets a basic, as long as she hits that stun, then she gets a bonus turn. So you can see we're just keeping them stun locked. Goodbye to Hunter. I mean, this isn't... Remember, they put Echo with their Rex team. So, I don't know, this is kind of a filler squad in my opinion. Which is fine. I don't necessarily approve, but I mean, the Aayla Kron with Echo is kind of fun here. Just because Echo gets the first turn, he's able to get this stun on whatever fastest character they have. And then, we're just good to go. Okay, so let's, I suppose, use Bossk lead here. I mean, this is about as unfair as it gets. They are rather annoying. So keep in mind, under Bossk lead, you have to hit the strongest. It's 10 instances of damage against the strongest character. I keep saying the strongest, but I meant weakest. So Greef does 2 hits every time, though. So when you call him, he gets 20% towards the contract. Okay, so we got the contract. May as well just get rid of Grievous. I know we have a bunch of time to just finish these guys off at our leisure. Because remember, we're healing based off of buffs and debuffs accumulated, so, or an attempted. Trying to get a daze on the stupid B2, and I can't do it. Can't do it, but they're not doing any damage to us either, so in a lot of ways it just really doesn't matter. It's like a cow's opinion, it's moo. So yeah, there it goes. Disintegrate, because we had the max health and protection already. May as well. I think at that point we finished. Yeah, we cleared shit. We cleared squads with a couple sketchy fights, but we did all one-shots. And now, all right, this one is actually fairly tricky because look at that bad RNG on Echelon, guys. This is Relic 8, First Order Officer with all 60 mods, and he almost died in the initial barrage. If that had been a Relic 7, we'd have been just totally sunk. But they did, we did lose him. So there's that. And then my opponent also had an additional reserve in, other than, so he was going to have someone come in. And I called it during the stream. I was like, I think it's going to be a stupid bomber. Because people have been using that as a way to counter Finalizer when it's on defense, or when Executor's on defense, because it disrupts you. You get those bombs on you, and it causes daze. So the idea here is we have the thermals on Kylo right now. May as well pass the turn to him, see what he can do against that B-28, which he just evaporated him. So now, yeah, they still have thermals. They're still going to be dazed, but Now we have a little bit of wiggle room, and in fact, I mean, with one shot we took him out. We actually get a little extra time here. Let's try to stun Houndstooth. We need to just keep in control as much as we can. And, I mean, especially because we lost the Echelon. Gosh, we almost just took out that Houndstooth. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So let's take in, I decided to bring him in because he'll be able to, when he comes in reserve, he can actually hit through that the bonus protection because he has a Dispel. So, and not to mention, I have a Relic 8 Landino and a Relic 6 L3. Like, that ship hits really hard. So we actually took out Houndstooth fairly early. Kind of a weird counter here, but, I mean, one-shot it. It's good. Nothing too crazy on fleets here, guys. So, yeah, we'll use the Negotiator versus Empire build that I've been using lately. I'm going to get protection or defense down on him. I was tempted, like, she had target lock. I was tempted to dispel that so she got retribution, but I'd rather do a little extra damage against Bomber. Alright, take Bomber out. That's good. Interceptor's here. Hello, Interceptor. Interceptor. I hardly even know her. Let's just go, guys. Let's go. Which I don't mean you're allowed to just die, Ahsoka. That was embarrassing. Okay. Remember, Anakin can shoot through Foresight, which is why I targeted Vader there, even though he had Foresight. As long as he uses his basic. Alright, they're targeting Anakin here. Don't love it. Let's take out Interceptor and get the extra health. And the hope, of course, is we don't want TIE Fighter pilot to dodge a ton and give him all the turn meter and just destroy us. So hopefully, let's do the big hit. Okay, we got target lock. Good, good, good. Shuttle comes in, gets rid of target lock. Damn it all. Can we just finish him? Thank goodness. Okay. Guess we can get our tank in finally. Get the dispel. Fancy. It's not unfancy, guys. Alright. Go, guys. Let's go. You can tell I'm kind of bored by ships. Actually, I'm just sleepy. I need to go to bed. Very soon, guys. Very, very soon. Okay. Raddus is left. Question is, can we nuke that Falcon right now? Or are we going to have to wait? So, okay. Man, I did my wiggle because I was going to do the AoE next. And then their Falcon sniped the turn. I should have just done the AoE. Like, what the hell? So we could have taken out Falcon there. We could have, but I did my wiggle, and apparently they had turn meter overflow and prevented it. So there's that. There's the AoE. Thank goodness it didn't just evaporate me. We did evaporate that Star Fortress, though. The Fortress of the Stars. Let's just get Cassian in and try to wipe out their Falcon. Their Falcon's really the scariest ship out there. Very good. Let's get Clone Sergeant in. Not Poe or anyone substantial. Let's get Clone Sergeant. Don't put Clone Sergeant in your... don't use Clone Sergeant on defense, guys, for your Raddus. He can be nice on offense, for sure. On defense, he just kind of... I mean, he kind of screws you. You want, like, having Poe come in may have turned the tide. Probably not, but you would have at least maybe stolen some banners. So, okay. There we go. He actually was attacking a little bit there at the end with me. There's about 2 hours left in the round. Shall I show you guys what the final results are? I'm going to, and then I'm going to go to bed. Alright? Okay. What's going on here? Alright, let's go. Let's just go. Okay, I don't know why that blue box disappeared. There we go. Okay, final results. So he did fail at one point, early-ish on my Qui-Gon team. He killed Qui-Gon, couldn't kill the other two, and then finished, cleaned that squad up. And then in the back zone, here guys, he failed on Rey, failed on the Darth Vader team. He killed Set, how dare he, but otherwise he got 1 shots. Obviously he didn't even try my Jedi Master Luke team. So even though he kept, what, 5 GLs for offense, he couldn't clear me because of the teams I strategically placed in his way in the front zone to be able to. I wanted him to spend all of his resources in the front so that he couldn't clear me in the back. So pretty conclusive, decisive win here, guys. We only dropped, I didn't even drop any fights, but we still dropped about 40 banners, like 35, I guess. But my opponent placed a way tougher defense than I had expected. I don't know, mate. This wasn't their norm for last 3v3. Maybe they just got tired of playing efficiency. I don't know. But, I mean, he played some tough teams. It made me drop banners, but then he couldn't clear me. So, I don't know. Like, me having 800k more GP than him is probably a pretty telling thing here. But, one way or another, props to them for, you know, changing things up a bit. They placed a second GL and everything. Way more than I thought that they would. So, props to them. Last time I faced this guy, someone said that they thought this guy was a cheater, and I won't say that maybe he is. Who knows? I will just say that in all my scouting of this guy, I didn't see any indicators that he was. I just wanted to make sure people understood. Like, I'm not accusing this opponent. Like, obviously I won, so it doesn't matter as much to me anyways, but last time I faced this guy, there was a couple people who said it. They think he cheats. He's a good player, and he punches way above where he kind of quote-unquote should be, but I don't think he's a cheater. Okay, so now I'm back in the top 100. Actually, I'm kind of close. I don't think I quite made it back in, but the question is, can we stay in the top 100 the rest of the season? I have no idea. I have a crazy matchup. A guy with over 20-something level 9 datacrons, so we'll see. I'm guessing we just get torched, but what's a man to do? Alright, gonna let you go. Guys, thank you for putting up with my exhaustion. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails.